Namo Ratnatraya, my dear Dharma friends and their followers. Today, on behalf of Vajrayana Federation, I, Rajendra Man Bajracharya, presenting you Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk. Today's subject about Vajrayana view and Vajrayana talk is the theory of mind only, or the real state of things. We are discussing on Dharma views, Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk. How we can get relief from this miserable world and how we get off from the sufferings. So, this all matter depends upon you. When and where we can view it ourselves, we can monitor ourselves by the eyes of others. For this, in series of episodes, previously till episode 11, we have given the Buddha knowledge. Buddha knowledge, all the textual base of knowledge are Buddha. Because who have had learned the Sarvajyata, the all knowledge for the survival with Chatu Brahma Vihara, Maitri, Karuna, Mudita and Upeksha. To have the truthness of Chatu Arya Satya. To sight it when we born, we must try. Then we can get relief from the sufferings. We can get the happiness what we are searching. And from 12th episode, we are discussing on the matter of text, that is Dharma, which Sakyamuni Buddha had given last discourses of Dharma. When we say impermanence and egolessness, the both body and mind appear because of cooperating causes. It does not follow that there is an ego personality. As the body of flesh is an aggregate of elements, it is therefore impermanent. The accumulation, the aggregate itself tells that it is not the solid one, it is the component combined from the different elements, the 5 elements: earth, fire, air, water, sky. The combination of 5 elements will be our body. That's why when we die, air will mix with the air. If it is burnt, the fire is mixed with the fire. Dust will mix at the ground, that is the earth. In this way, 5 elements will mix up separately to the others. If the body were an ego personality, it could do this and that as it would determine. In this subject matter, a king has the power to praise, to punished as he wishes, but he become ill despite his intent or desire. He comes to old age unwillingly. His fortune and his wishes often have little to do with each other. One person, not only the king, everybody, when we come in this earth as a human or any living beings, on the passing time, will growing in the old age. If our body can't cope with the environment, cannot maintain with the environment, we will be sick, we will be ill. And one day we have to leave this world by leaving all the things except knowledge. That is the day of our end. Then our body is tailed. It's the dead body, not movement. So we should not egoistic. We should be egolessness. Because our body is impermanent. Nothing is permanent in this miserable world. When we go to river, the river is floating, and we take once of water in our full hand. Again we take the water. The flowing water is the first time which water we have taken, and the second time water which we have taken is the different. Now I am talking on Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk. I am not the same person just before 5 minutes, because my body cells is dying and reproducing another body cells. So it is impermanence. If our body is impermanent, why we should take egoistic? We should be egolessness. If the mind were an ego personality, it could do this and that as it would determine, but the mind often flies from what it knows is right and change after he will unwillingly. Nothing seems to happen exactly as the ego desires. If one is asked whether the body is constant or impermanent, he will be obliged to answer impermanent. So, about the impermanence of the body, I already told you. When I came with this episode in the first time, before 5-6 minutes, that Rajendra is not this Rajendra now presenting, because my body cells is producing and dying. The change continuous. The process of continuous change is called impermanent. If one is asked whether impermanence exists in happiness or suffering, he will generally have no answer. He will give you answer, suffering. Nobody needs to have the suffering. Everybody will to have the happiness. But we cannot success to always happy. If a man believes that such as impermanent things, So, changeable and replete with suffering is the ego personality. It is serious mistake. The human mind is also impermanent and suffering. It has nothing that can called an ego personality. Therefore, both body and mind which make up an individual life and the external world which seems to surround it as are far apart from both the conception of me and mine. It is simply the mind clouded over the impure desires and impervious to wisdom that obstinately persists in thinking of me and mine. So, my dear Dharma friends, impermanence, impermanent and egoistic-less is dependent to each other. If my body is impermanent, when I will die, I could not take anything except punya karma. Then why should we desire to acquire all the things? But our eyes, when I see something, if that is good and that is pretty, I want to desire that. When I eat something, if it is tasty, I like to eat more. When I hear a very happy sound, I like to listen more. So, having like this craziness to have desire more and more the good one makes us suffering. We know that at the end of our life, we cannot take anything with us. As we born soul, we should leave also soul. Nobody will follow when we die with us. So we must think impermanent things. Because of impermanent things, because of the changing things, the process of changing in every step, we must not egoistic. We utmost have to know we must not egoistic. We must egolessness. For this, we can success only if we know the satya, tathata, the trueness of Sattva Satya, and the defilements can throw the papa karma, sin, can stop to have by Chatu Brahma Vihara. Maitri, the friendship, Karuna, the compassion, Mudita, the joyness of equality, and Upecha, living yourself to help others. When we can do this, then only we can walk on the path of living sufferings and acquire the peace and prosperity for future life. Even we can die with very cheerful and happy life. This is the impermanent depends upon your mind. Mind is the sixth element of our body. Nose first, eye second, ear third, tongue, mouth fourth, our body fifth. To direct and direction to achieve and acquiring depends all on these five elements, pancha indriyas. And that will direct it and to make desirable by our mind, that is called chitta. So chitta is the main role in the impermanence visualization, and while we can make clear vision, then chitta will play her egolessness. That is the Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk in this episode. Dear Dharma friends, if you like, make like. And if you think it is useful for others, please share it. And don't forget to connect with me by subscribing me in YouTube. Thank you very much.